Hello, hello. Let us check our settings. Hello, hello. Is this loud enough? Let us check our settings. Hello, hello. Is this loud enough? Uh, yeah, it is. Welcome to present and probably future audiences of my Dawncaster runs. I've done some scheduling yesterday. If you end up encountering it on my Google Calendar, which I somewhat shared on my Twitch, it's there. However, I woke up late, was for some reason I was really groggy when I woke up. Probably because I slept late and woke up early because of the cat. And I was not in a mood for functioning in the morning. And I'm still not in the mood for functioning right now as well. But even when it comes to streaming, I tell myself that I need to make a habit of this. Especially, I have to take advantage of this while my circumstances are a lot more stable than what the circumstances that I usually find myself into. And with that said, this is just going to be a relatively chill stream. I will not be yapping a lot. I would tell myself that I should yap more, but I'd reserve that for my simulation game streams. If I were to build a niche, I'll probably channel myself with those genre because simulation games aren't really the kind of games you'd want to make YouTube videos out of, or at least not without editing. But it's something that I like to play. And Jerma, one of my favorite content creators, he is inspiring in a way on how he is just able to make seemingly inane streams to some unhinged chaos. It's like, wow. His city skyline streams and sim streams are one of his most iconic ones, and it's just memorable. So without further ado, I hope to God I disabled my webcam. Yes, let's start. Whew. Where are we? Here are our unlocks so far. We've pretty much unlocked almost the entire set of the Arcanist and oh, and partly of the Hunter. I'm going to test something. Right now, I am currently lowering the physical volume of my setup, and if the OBS is being somewhat honest, it means that I could adjust how I'm hearing my audio without it affecting my game. And actually, I played this last time, not streaming it because I'm not in the mood to stream it. And I've managed to win with another iconic greedy deck. That deck being an actual him-based deck. Let me show you where it is. Audio settings are really finicky. I'm still not accustomed to configuring it. Where is it? I hate the fact that this isn't reliably chronological. They need this to be chronological. Is this the settings? Show victories. Yes, here it is. I think this is our king. So this is my new high score, 3. What is it this? No, this is the chain lightning one. So this is not a significant high score, but it is a high score nonetheless. And I think my hard hitter is Hymn of Power. Not Hymn of Power. Our Hymn of Penance. And actually, you can get Hymn of Vitality by transmutating a Hymn of Penance, which is a necessary supplement to Hymn of Penance. Hymn of Penance, Hymn of Vitality. Oh my god, where are my words right now? My damage, top damage is incredibly weak. However, I am able to make do with golden staff to quickly proc the hymns, as well as, for some reason I've misread this. I usually misread things a lot, which for someone who's specialized in stories and the humanities, it is a grave embarrassment of mine. So I thought this was 20, but this is actually 10 different legendary cards, and you can achieve this with legendary hymns. I originally thought that Recite was a good card, but it is limited by the delve keyword, which makes it random. However, if you get Masters of Ceremony would only work well to your advantage if you are not delving your hymns, which would mean you actually have a stable Hymn of Penance or Hymn of Vitality in your deck. So if you manage to do multiple Hymn of Vitalities along with other legendary cards such as Prestige or legendary cards. Divine Focus, I also managed to get this, as this was originally supposed to be like an alternative to prayer, because Bury is really unwieldy at keyword or unwieldy effect. However, I found that doing the randomness of Vigil and say Hymn of Light, yes, Hymn of Light plus Master of Ceremony will allow you to get a reliable stash of holy energy. So that instead of prayer, the only con of that is that you will not get a divine energy right away in your first turn unless you have a talent to cover your supply. Now, as a twist, we are going to start a new game with the Hunter. We'll go with the woman. On my Android game, I've done the following archetypes. I've done a soul build, and I'm not sure if I won a game with that soul build, but souls at the very least will guarantee you that if you have a stock of 100 souls, you get an automatic revive. It's a somewhat resource based, and you have to work around the rebound and discard, as well as getting cards from the discard pile. Hatchet or flanking cards are nice cards. Very simple to achieve, especially with the effect of the Surge of Dexterity card. Because when you do Surge of Dexterity, the newly conjured basic attack would, for the most part, be on the edge of your hand, so flanking would be activated right away. Ambush is also nice, but you'd see that it tends to be really expensive. This one, at the very least. Here's the thing. I'd want to try a Dust Blades deck. I don't think there is a card that can work well with a talent that could work well with the darkness mechanic, which it's a like negative form of barrier, and it's not really a blessing. The caveat is, wait, let me explain this more properly. Darkness is like a barrier. You obtain it from cards that have darkness attributes to it, and it is autocast on the first round of your game. However, if it is drained, you will be auto-stunned on the next turn. So, let's see. I might get regen because we can take advantage of this, especially that our weapon does not have energy cost. And I guess the thrust of this is that we need to start collecting cards that have darkness or darkness generation. Yeah, I think this is the best combo. I also, on that run, I've also done an offer that will allow me to be leveled up more. We'll do boundless spoils once again, and then let's start the game. Again, this is a chill stream. I probably will not be yapping a lot, but I will make my microphone available for yapping. Oops. Get this one and transmute this. So that I have... Fuck! I can't transmute... Oh. hate this card. What the hell? We need to have a way to generate as many blessings as we can. We could do procrastinating. Strength in numbers would be nice as well. Daywalker would be advantageous for our deck. I don't need to use those cards right now, especially not with a substitute. Yeah, I need Daywalker. I really need that card. I hope we can get a hymn of blessings and combine that with a fade to black, or even remove the unique requirement here. That would be nice. We'd also probably want a conversion of the mini card. None of this is good, but I'll just transmute one. At least it's legendary. It is not enough. A hymn would be nice, but the hymn would also be slow. Too slow for what is apparently a an incredibly fast basic part. Dual mastery would be fine for our set. At this point, the cause of the darkness is that it is hurting us a lot. The speed in which we can cast this is going to hurt us a lot. This would be nice because we have Fade to Black and we can use that to remove our seal. However, again, Fade to Black is a unique card. Let's get this. We can transmute this if it doesn't work out. Let's get Soul Feather. The souls would be a nice coverage. There it is. I am hoarding a lot of enchantments right now. Is it my fault that these enchantments is looking to be really good? And more than that, I have the energy to scare. This would be nice, but I already have like a Panzer and Divine War, Dual Mastery. Although Dual Mastery would be possibly sacrificed if in case we build a decent deck. And also will also sacrifice Panzer because if it weren't for Fade to Black, we need a better substitute for Fade to Black. Do I sacrifice that? No, I need an alternative to that before we sacrifice. David Larceny would be a choice. Oh my god. Let's burn all our blocks. I wish my webcam has a physical button. Let's transmute. Is we will not be able to proc Dual Mastery. Let's see what we can achieve by transmuting. Yes. this. We can do Brawler Smart. This would be means to prove ourselves against blood costs. We could also get that vampirism card, that would be nice. But we are not really inflicting bloodlust, so it doesn't really matter. Do I need barrier? Do we need the Vespering Mansion? Let's just run core. I want a set of winning decks so that I can take advantage of offer of revision reliably. Which do we sacrifice? Let's sacrifice Davic larceny. Yes. Which do we want to use for trade post? I guess none. Apparently, I haven't had max volume for my microphone output or input. I don't know. Look at that. If we can combine this with a compassionate talent, which would require us having a potion on our stash, that would be amazing. That was pointless. And that was pointless. So, which is good? Butcher or Painbringer? Butcher. Blood Ritual would be useful for, but No Mercy would be a useful sacrifice for the trade post. 3 bleeding. Oh, no mercy. Yes, we need to be able to look for a card that has decent darkness processing. Which card do we want to? Let's sacrifice a cheap dust blades. It's fine. Shit, I haven't had time to fix. Let's replace No Mercy and see if we can find immune to bleeding and stun. Dark Revenants would be nice, but we need to be able to gain. I think the absolute priority right now is either we get Taboo Ritual so that we can run Fade to Black twice at the very least, or we go with Predator's Guile. Predator's Guile. But at least we now know that we have useful cards on the legendary side to bolster our darkness. We need another legendary so that we can get all the legendary darkness cards. Stash of weapons would be useless. Nothing of this is of use, even from the transmutation side. Let's recover first. Martyr's Resolve would be our ace in the hole right now. That and Predator's Guile. We now have a condition against health loss. But I'm still figuring out what kind of coverage we need. Like, we can do vulnerable, but from experience, not a lot of enemies really rely on armor. Most of them don't even have fortified. So oftentimes when someone is ridiculously armored, you can probably just skip the round. There it is. We'd also want that talent that requires an always active ambush. Yes. Give me all the legendary cards to transmute. I don't really need you to do anything. Thank God Predator's Guile. We may not want Divine Bulwark. Yeah, we'll skip that one first. Martyr's Resolve, I guess, is our best card right now. I'm getting Forge in Fire for the purpose of getting, I don't know, a recovery, a him card. But I would assume as well that, excuse, I am thinking about hymns the wrong way. You know what? I will get this. Let's be greedy AF. Be irresponsibly greedy. Gain 10 barrier. We don't need barrier for now. I can't believe that card is fucking useful. That caught me by surprise. For each recovery, so Martyr's Resolve plus Battle Spear. Damn. So I can't transmute that. Yeah, we have to sacrifice Avatar of Thunder. Because we still need to hunt other darkness cards. This card sucks. A lot of our cards. Let's do Prowler. We can try transmuting this again, just in case. At least it is now cheaper than it ought to be. None of these work. My deck is now bloated. Each recovery you've done this turn. You are going to die. I can't believe a darkness deck is ideal for building a holy warrior set. Do we even need to remove anything? Panzer is our next blow. We'll probably offer that just in case we encounter the collector, searing radiance, because it appears right now that our deck is orienting towards less about blessings and more about critical hits and healing. Searing Radiance would probably be either transmuted, be burn Soul Feather. Where's the Soul Feather? You were useless. What else? Bulwark as an emergency replenishment for darkness. Martyr's Resolve for recovery, offering, and Fury cards for, I don't know, blessings? Warpaint may be sacrificed actually. This is good so far. Let's emergency recover, leave. I need darkness. I guess we are going enchantment and I don't know. I'll leave Festering Woods for later. Where is our offering? Go Panzer, be sacrificed. False life. That card is fucking OP for a reason. Yeah, why not? I mean, we are relying on transmutes overall. Okay, that was a lot of energy for some reasons that I don't know. We can do offer trades, but Team of Vitality, as we know, is OP. We'll take it on emergencies. None of this is interesting right now. Do we want burning? Because the thing I hate about the circle of candles is that A single fury or anger blessing is really pointless. Can we transmute anything? We have to try and transmute Prowler once again. I'm really looking for a potent darkness card. Alone of the Dark would be a potent card. Chronoment would be OP as well, but we already have Recovery. Which do we want? Do we want Fade to Black? We want something curseable. Predator's Guile would be our first imbue, if ever. I don't really have a card here that is worthy of being cursed. But I might as well. That basic card was useless. Useful. Not useless, useful. None of this is useful. We could curse the battle spear. Two would be nice. Inflict to weakness, jinx, or bleeding. None of this is good. Give me Doom, please. Oh my god, really? These are nice, but offer of sanity is potent. I'm excited for this new encounter. Which card do we want persistent? Let's have our cursed card be persistent. Not yet. Damn. Perfect balance, we're not using that. We don't really have a fury set. We also don't have a evasion set. Battle Rush is going to be making this really OP. Yes. Damn it. None of this is worthwhile. Also, I didn't know that these decreases your maximum. That sucks. That makes it less OP less. Damn it! Do we need a transmute? I'm satisfied with my deck right now. We might want to transmute Warpaint because either Warpaint or Prowler. Let's transmute Warpaint. Fuck. But this is good. You know what I frequently save untempered keyword. So you can only use that dumb card once. This might be worth it. Or maybe not. Because we already have hard hitters on our set. We have a continuously upgrading Dusk Blades. And yeah, this might be worth it. We want advance to be reliable. I'll get you. Too expensive. I already have some options here. Hey po! If we can get a cursing option, we'll probably have to curse our life draining card. We'll get transmorph as an emergency setup. Mermaid. I'll be right back. I do apologize about that. Oh, hello? Hello. Okay, I'm good. I am good as I can be. I just started playing. The shame. I guess when I took that offer, you get more chances of multiple rewards than that of the other way around. See this, a lot of times you don't really get the benefit of upgraded cards unless that card has like useful conditions or if that card appeared in your deck early. I guess I no longer have. This is pretty much good. We have cards to offer to the collector. I want fire resistance. Don't put my hair. Look at that. Are we live? I hope to God we are. My check? Okay, that's good. I was caught by surprise. A delivery just came. Just some tissues, nothing significance. Oops. Fuck. Really? See,
Oh my god! I don't think I'll die, so... At this point, unless we encounter a hard hitter, we probably don't have to worry about dying. That card is useless. Take this one. We can remove this personally. Shit. Shit. Sanctifier would be good. We don't really need to reduce our card costs. Okay, man. None of this is useful. Recover. I think I have 23 firing staff. Okay, thank God. I guess I'm not immune to piercing damage. There it is. Truth, imperfection, darkness. Free other prisoners. There we go. Let's do combat. Get the shit off my hands. Do we need other sacrifices that we can? No. Jinx would be potent, but never mind. Our deck is already bloated as it is. Are there transmutables? Let's sacrifice in brilliance. Radiance, I mean. Damn it. I cannot achieve my critical hits. This is useless. We fucking need to lose another card. The gluttony is really ruining this. Fine. Let's get this over with. Why not? What else can we sacrifice? Battle vitality is powerful, but we don't really have an opportunity to execute this. But we also have a duplicate Hymn of Vitality, so we'll offer that instead. Eh, if we ever encounter, like, I have this weird thought, instead of imbue, we should rather memorize Sunbud's armory. Yeah, blood ritual needs to be sacrificed. Let's try to replenish our darkness. There it is. $24 to $29. Hey, your next action this turn inflicts a critical hit. No. Yeah. Curse the life drain. Yes. I have this weird idea. Pale mask, the hangman. What? Hangman? Troyvan's blessing? That's something. What? Eh. Sharing the cards type by one. Melee. I don't have a melee card, so no. None of this is useful. Inoculation maybe, but eh. 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 These are awful. be a sacrifice card. $42 damage. I have... Eh? No. Maybe. This would be a useful emergency card, but I probably don't need it. We have Curse. We cannot activate it, no matter. We are going to remove Blood Ritual. Where is it? Where are you? You're useless. I don't need upgrades or removal. I'm fine. But have a look at our cards. I don't really need you. Arax is currently my final encounter, but if this procs, I would have Fox as my final encounter. As far as I'm concerned, this encounter also poisons opportunities, so we'll deal with the priests first. Fuck. That over 12 in 2 turns. I do remember that Untempered makes some of the more OP cards that I've received pointless. Like they will disappear from my deck because I have to use them right away. And then it forces discipline. What can we offer you? Yeah, I have an offering. Where's that damn shit? Vivus wounds. I don't think I will be able to kill Summon Valor. Yeah. Infuse the energy of a card. Let's add Surge. Fuck. Let's hope this works. We don't need some green shrine. I don't want to consume my campsite. We now have a reliable deck, but that deck is not powerful enough for the harder challenges. Can I even get this? Let's try. Yes, we can. See, it is not enough. It is not enough. My deck is fucking polluted. I hate this. You are no longer needed. We are good to go. Brutality. We don't really have an option. I think we can already end this round. The Eldritch Sanctum. The ones, prin- the once pristine walls, statues, and pillars that adorn this sacred chamber now stand desecrated with demonic runes and profane symbols. Nested in its very core stands a pulsating hellgate, casting an ominous glow on its surroundings. Good. We have to cast that regardless. It's not as high, but it's decent. Question mark, question mark. I wouldn't be able to revel in Oni later. That we have gotten double the rewards, and we can further unlock the numerous other classes. At least we've managed to make the darkness archetype work. Weirdly enough, memorized for most decks is much more potent than enchantments in general. I think I never really get to take advantage of my enchantments, really. Even the recovery one, I just lucked out with a life drain of a darkness card, and that pretty much changed my set. So it's like memorize Sun God, cast all my free melee basic attacks. I even benefited from the weapon virtuoso, and I also have a useful coverage card, which Alone in the Darkness, which allowed me to prevent the enemy from gaining any blessings. At this point, I might as well play challenging, but I really want to first go through all the classes and hopefully accumulate a set of decks that is really by its nature OP, especially when the offer of revision retains upgrades. So if you have a run that allows you to ramp up the upgrades really bad early game, if you have an invasion, you will have a ultra powerful set in your hands. And add to that, if you have bonus spoils, you are covered by, say, energy restrictions that would probably happen if offer of revision gives you a card set that do not have your energy requirements. That is why that is again my favorite malignancy. So yeah, I think that's it for this run. This is going to be a 30-minute break, but I'll be stopping stream. The next time I'll be streaming is 30 minutes later with Oni. We will be trying to make work to salvage the layabout colony. So, I'll see you then. If you are a lurker or someone who happened to chance upon this VOD, babe, hi, I am Andy. I play random Dawncaster runs as exclusive on YouTube and some simulation games on Twitch. Although at this point, I'm still trying to make regular streaming a thing. or at least balance it out with some content creation stuff. So there, I'll see you until then. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. See you.